morning, everybody, and welcome to our Business Spotlight. Today we are at the National Czech and Slovak Library and Museum in Czech Village, and we are with Jim Miller.
Hi, Abby.
Hi. Jim, tell us a little bit about your position and what you do here at the museum.
Sure. I am new to the position, but I am from Cedar Rapids, moving back right now in the past couple months. But I'm the Vice President of Marketing and Development. So we need to raise a lot of money, but that's always good. But we have a staff of about 25 here, so we have a larger staff, but we have a full education program. Obviously our exhibits are what we're known for, but education programs, family programs, an incredible museum store. And it's a great place. This building itself was started in 1995, and then a little flood happened, just a little flood, and then in 2012 the building was expanded, relocated, and reopened. So we've been open in this location for about 7 years.
Awesome. So one of the things I like to ask on these Monday morning interviews is if you guys have anything fun coming up that you want to highlight.
We do. We have an event. Some of you know of it, some of you don't. We have an event called Brunost. This year is our 16th year. It is an international beer and food festival that is held on our property, right at the clock tower, right in front of our building. But we last year had about 800 folks come to it, and it is all the food you can eat and all the beer you can sample responsibly. We do also offer Uber rides home this year, but we work with John's Grocery out of Iowa City that are very well known for their beer expertise. So we pair beer and food together. People love coming to the event. We also have a really fun live auction. Nico Lowry some folks would recognize him or recognize his mustache from Antiques Roadshow, but he is a character in himself. So yes, this is the third year he'll be here, and that is just a really fun part of the event itself, is experiencing him and the whole show that goes on.
Great. And when's the date and time?
Yes, big important question. Yes, it is Friday, September 20th. Tickets are still available. Again, we expect to sell out based on previous years, but people love coming to it. It's kind of a tradition for many, and new people all the time. It's different. We also have about 20 food vendors from the area, Czech Village, Nubo, from the region. So again, great food and beer, and it's a good time.
Great. So if a visitor or even a local who hasn't been here in a while wants to come to the museum, what can they expect?
They can expect a lot of things, and we're asked all the time, or I've been asked many times. I'm not Czech, I'm not Slovak, and certainly that is our focus. We're telling the immigrant story, that we all came from somewhere, whether you're Czech or Slovak or German or wherever you're from, that we're really telling the immigrant story of how we all came here. But again, we have a permanent exhibit. We're standing in the permanent exhibit, and then we have 2 or 3 different exhibits that change out. We just closed one, and we have a new one that's opening, a guitar exhibit opening in early October. A full research library. We have folks that come in here every week researching family history or Czech history or whatever they're looking for. And then we also have classroom space, event space, and then a really pretty incredible retail store that is here. So again, we have folks that come here to shop, and we like that too.
Yeah. So what you talked about the guitar exhibit opening, but there's also this wall outside. Can you?
There is, yes. We had an exhibit Revolution 1989. And 1989, if you don't know, was 30 years ago when the wall came down. And actually in November, we will have the fall of the wall. Our education staff, Sarah Henderson, dreamt this up. We have a miniature Berlin Wall that is on our front lawn that we've had folks paint on, do graffiti on, whatever they have. And then again, in early November, on the anniversary date, we will knock down the wall ceremonially. That we will do that, but yes, obviously the physical taking down of the wall and what it represents. But this has been a really fascinating exhibit for us, and again, to show the impact of what the political climate, the social climate, all of those things are part of it. But students have been super involved with that. We worked with Iowa Big and Metro High School students, so it's been a great way to bring folks in that they weren't alive then, and some of them didn't know what the fall of the wall even meant.
Right.
So that's been a really cool thing for our organization to work with students and to pull them into this.
So we are a Main Street community. We are what we like to say 2 neighborhoods, 1 district. We're currently standing in, obviously, the Czech Village neighborhood, but we always like to ask who we're interviewing, what is one of your favorite or a few of your favorite businesses that you like to visit over on the New Bohemia side?
Absolutely. Well, I agree with you, Abby, that yeah, it's 1 district, 2 neighborhoods. We're all in this together. I am a daily visitor, or perhaps more than once a day, at Cafe St. Pio. Brad and his crew do a great job, great environment. And I will also say that I'm at Almost Famous Popcorn, eating popcorn and ice cream much too often, much more often than I should be. But again, I think Robin and her crew do a terrific job there. I think the market is great. I think we really have a great mix. Again, whether doesn't matter what their address is. I think there's a great mix of retail and food and beverage. Absolutely.
Great. So thank you for meeting with us this morning and chatting with us a little bit about the museum. And we definitely encourage people to come. What are the museum hours?
We are open 7 days a week. We open Monday through Saturday at 9:30 a.m. until 4 p.m. and then Sundays from noon until 4. And then we have evening and weekend programs all the time in addition to that. But we're open 7 days a week for visitors, so anytime is good.
Great. Thanks everybody for joining us on this Monday. We'll see you next week.